How's it going, everybody? Landon here with TBS. Excited about this special edition of the Truck Boss Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm excited to be next to two friends of mine, Miss Isela.
Hello, how's it going?
And Miss Tammy.
Hi.
Tammy, thank you so much for being our special guest today. We're excited about this edition of the Truck Boss Show because you're the expert when it comes to trucking, and we want to be able to bring a content-packed show to where we're going to educate and share some awesome information of what it really takes to become your own boss and get your own authority, because there's a lot of misinformation out there, isn't there,
There
Tammy?
sure is. Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, hey, before we get started with that in this awesome interview, let us know where you're watching this from. If you're coming from Dallas, put it in the comment thread, get a part of the conversation. If you're over there in California, up in New York, we want to hear from you. Make sure you can hear and see and get a part of this great Truck Boss Show edition. So, Tammy, let's dive right into it.
Okay.
And so, like we said, there's a lot of information out there.
Yes.
You both get a lot of questions on a weekly basis of what really is, what it really takes to become your own boss, to get your new authority. So let's break that down in a very simple step. What's the very first step someone needs to know? If they're leased onto someone or a company driver and they're ready to get on their own, what's step one?
First thing that they need to do is get a Federal ID number / EIN. Some people call it Federal ID, some call it EIN. That's going to be the best thing for you to do because you don't want your social security number hanging out there, so you'd rather have this Federal ID number. Most people also is going to have a semi, which has to follow 2290. 2290 requires Federal ID number.
Right, so you have to own your own truck.
Correct.
Very much important part there. Own your own truck, get this information.
Yes.
And also having their company name.
Correct.
From the very beginning,
Exactly.
making sure. Bueno, una de las preguntas que nos han preguntado bastante es ¿qué es lo que se necesita para que usted pueda obtener lo que es su propia autoridad? Bueno, lo principal viene siendo siempre y cuando teniendo el nombre de su compañía registrada, teniendo su propio camión y al igual obtener lo que es el número de identificación federal de que se le viene, eso lo puede obtener con las oficinas del IRS. Es algo bien importante que se ocupa antes de usted poder obtener su autoridad.
So, Tammy, there's a couple ways they can go about doing this.
Correct.
You can do it yourself, or you can
Yes.
hire a company to help you with. Walk through that process a little bit.
For the Federal ID number, you can do it through the IRS or come to us. We can do it for you. We just need to have a social security number. We get the number immediately. It's no big deal, but you do want to have that. You don't want to use your social security number.
Es muy importante si usted quiere obtener lo que es el número de federal, lo que es para los impuestos. Una de las cosas que usted puede hacer, usted lo puede hacer usted mismo yendo a la página del IRS o puede contratar a alguien, por ejemplo, que es uno de los servicios que nosotros ofrecemos. Es algo que en realidad si quisiéramos decir que recomendamos, es preferible para que usted no tenga que usar su número de seguro.
So, Tammy, you've got their company name, they've got their EIN.
Correct.
Now they own their own truck.
All right.
Awesome. So now they've got their MC number, DOT number, BOC3. Can you walk through a little bit more of all of what that entails and how the time frame and the work that goes into obtaining that? Excuse me.
Well, for the federal authority, like he said, you get the MC, DOT. You have to have a BOC3 on file, insurance on file. When either you apply for your authority or a company like us applies for your authority, we get the numbers immediately, and they sit on a docket for 14 days. That's called the protest period. At that time is when any other company out there can protest against your application. If that doesn't happen, then within 21 days, if you have insurance on file, you can be active in 21 days.
That's pretty fast.
It is, but it seems like it takes forever.
It does for when they're really ready
Exactly,
to go.
ready, especially when they're ready to go.
Yeah.
Uno de los pasos que es, bueno, primordial es ya después de teniendo el nombre de su compañía registrada con su número de identificación, ahora lo siguiente sería la autoridad, lo que viene siendo el número del MC, el DOT y el BOC3. Cuando nosotros lo mandamos pedir, muchas de las veces inmediatamente tenemos los números. Esa es una opción que usted tiene. Puede contratar a alguien que lo haga por usted o usted mismo lo puede hacer. Se puede tardar como unos 25 minutos, pero de ahí en fuera tendrá usted sus números. Ahora, eso no significa que su autoridad va a estar activa. Solamente le mandarían los números. Si usted gusta que se active dentro de los 21 días, entonces tiene que obtener aseguranza para su autoridad en esos primeros 14 días, para que cuando se cumplan los 21 usted ya esté activo.
So, Tammy, insurance is a big topic.
Yes.
Walk through a little bit about what they can expect when they're applying for their insurance, getting that premium, and also the cost.
Right. The biggest thing is that you don't want any accidents or anything on your driver's license, but a lot of insurance companies would still be able to get you policies. For a regular authority, it's a minimum of $750,000 liability that you need. There's some other classifications that require $1 million, but most companies that you pull for, they're going to want you to have $1 million liability anyway,
Exactly.
and 100,000 cargo. And so you just get with the insurance company during that first 14 days, have them post that insurance. But the cost is...
Break down that cost. That's a big one.
The cost determines a lot of different factors, the year of the vehicle and how old it is, you know, what you paid for it and everything. But you can probably expect $15,000 or more a year, and then they're going to want a down payment, probably, let's say, $3,000. And so...
So you definitely have to have some cash on hand to get started.
Correct.
Without a doubt.
Bueno, una de las otras preguntas que se pregunta uno es básicamente lo que viene siendo la aseguranza. Después de que uno ya obtiene su autoridad, asegurándose que la compañía de seguro mande lo que son los registros de la aseguranza a la FMCSA dentro de los 14 días, para que así cuando se cumplan los 21 usted ya pueda estar activo, correr en la carretera, ¿no? Bueno, ahora usted se pregunta, ¿qué tipo de aseguranza le van a pedir? Normalmente le están pidiendo aseguranza de carga de 750 a $1 millón, todo dependiendo en qué categoría está su camión, cuánto tiempo es lo que lleva con su licencia, cuánto tiempo lleva con la autoridad. Al igual, bueno, pues todo dependiendo, y puede que sea anualmente como unos $13,000 al año, de 13 a 15,000. Lo que vendría dando uno de entre sería como $3,000 empezando.
So Tammy, when it comes to getting your own authority, becoming your own boss, what are some, maybe one or two things that people overlook, or maybe one of the top questions that you get on a weekly basis that is maybe something unexpected?
They ask us if anybody has ever had their application denied, and only one time out of 20 years I've been here has one been denied, and some solo guy wanted to name his company Atlas Van Lines. Any of you out there? Yeah. Any of you out there? No, Atlas Van Lines. So they caught that and they denied it and said, no, that's our name. So the guy changed the name and his authority went through.
Awesome.
Una de las preguntas que nos han preguntado es, ¿en algún momento han negado a alguien cuando ha aplicado para la autoridad? Bueno, dice la señora Tammy que en los 20 años que lleva en la industria solamente una vez se la han negado, y solo porque una persona quería usar un nombre que ya se ha usado anteriormente. Bueno, el señor al último llegó a cambiar el nombre y después ya su autoridad fue aceptada.
So Tammy, it's pretty exciting because earlier in the year, TBS launched a new program.
Yes.
Why don't you walk through what it is that TBS does now for those that are considering maybe you want to get your own authority, become your own boss? TBS can help, and we just want to share some of that information.
Well, what we do is we process authorities for free. The only thing that you have to pay is the actual government fee. We do not charge any fee to file for you. We also file the BOC3 for you, which is one of the requirements, and so that just really helps the drivers with a little bit of cash flow.
Do they have to be a current client?
No.
Do they have to stay a client after we help them? It's pretty awesome. Let's walk through real quick the Insurance Assistance Program.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Well, what we have is, like I was saying, you probably need $3,000 down. Our Insurance Assistance Program will come up with half of that down for you, and then you just pay it back in weekly payments, and it's stretched out over 8-10 weeks, something like that. So it's a great program. It really helps you with your cash flow out there.
That's awesome.
Una de las cosas es de los servicios que ofrecemos aquí en TBS viene siendo cómo obtener usted su autoridad. Y bueno, es muy fácil, nosotros podemos asistirlo con obtenerlo, al igual si usted está interesado en el programa que tenemos donde nosotros le podemos asistir con hasta el 50% del entre de su aseguranza. Nosotros también tenemos ese servicio, al igual como se le daría, después de que se le dé un plan de pago de 8 a 10 semanas para que usted pueda pagar eso de nuevo. Después de allí, usted se ha de preguntar si usted tiene que usar todos los servicios que ofrecemos. Bueno, esa es la cosa que tiene TBS, que usted tiene la opción de usar los servicios cuales usted guste. Así es que hay opciones aquí con nosotros.
Well, Ms. Tammy, thank you so much for providing all this useful information. I hope you got a lot out of this in the Truck Boss Show. If there's questions that we didn't ask or you want to ask Ms. Tammy, she's going to be monitoring this comment thread.
Yes.
Ask those questions in the comment thread. Get a part of the conversation, please. We're here for you at TBS. But, Ms. Isela, we've got some big stuff coming up with the Truck Boss Show.
We do. We're actually excited because Truck Boss is going to be in Joplin this year at the end of the month. We're going to be at GBATS, Guilty by Association.
I
so
know.
We're really looking
Who are
forward
they hosted
to that.
by?
Chrome Shop Mafia.
That's going to
We're
be awesome.
excited.
I was
So
looking
I'm ready
online,
to do that.
man.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. Drag races, bull riding,
Yes.
entertainment, tons of over 500 trucks, tons of chrome.
kinds of
It's
good
going to be a lot of
stuff.
fun. We're going to
Yes.
bring that event to you guys right here on the Truck Boss Show.
Yeah. So hope
So-
we can see some of you guys out there.
So be looking for that. And always remember, TBS is your one-stop shop for everything factoring, getting your new authority with the awesome new assistance program that we have. We'll do all that for free, plus insurance, compliance, and more.
That's right. And guys, thank you for always tuning in with us every Thursday. And we do this because why? You're the boss.
We'll see you next week.